Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Turok 3, Shadow of Oblivion, where today is probably going to be a short episode, or it's going to be a short episode for you and a long episode for me. I'm very close to the end of the game, but I decided I needed to stop the other night because one, I was running a little bit too long, and I feel like two, I was getting personally impatient to get the end, which I feel like was unfair to Turok 3. To have these time-based restrictions to it entirely because of my own schedule. There were plenty of times in which I've been playing games way longer than I needed to, and probably should have stopped. I can think of two possible moments. One where I was actually watching the ending of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core as I was going to work because for some reason I decided I had to finish the game then. And then the one that I don't blame myself as much for, but I probably should have expected it, is the ending of Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm like, oh, I'm at the end of the game, it's just gonna take a few more minutes to beat the final boss, and then it's like, no, you've still got 2 more hours of cutscenes. But we're at the end of Turok. There's obviously not going to be that many cutscenes, but we are dealing with the gauntlet of final enemies. They are tougher than most of the enemies, better armored, headshots still kill. It feels as though there's a constant array of respawns, just constantly spawning in. Using the cerebral bore on an enemy and waiting for that enemy to die would mean that at least 1 or 2 more enemies will spawn in the process. I still need to try the cerebral burst. Hopefully I remember to do that today, but for now, let us see if we can survive the gauntlet and make our way to Oblivion. Or its shadow. Okay, we want to try out the cerebral burst on an enemy. Yes, you. Come on. Get him. They run away. And then and then they explode eventually. Oh my. Interesting. Alright, we need to get onto this transport. That is more important than anything else. I was not expecting there to be a gap in between the ledge and the transport. Let's try that again. I feel as though I don't blame myself as much. Oh my gosh, this is so slow. Okay, yeah. Finally, we're picking up a little bit of speed. Okay, we can at least get some headshots in. No. And that'll help us out. Oh my gosh. See? Enemies just respawn so quickly. We don't need that. Oh my. Are they expecting me to jump off, grab items, and then climb back on? Also? It would have been very nice if there were items on the transport. Like health items or... Okay, I'm imagining I'm gonna have to jump off soon. Yeah, that looks like death. And I guess the game has given me a full health, so there's that. They realized. Alright, let us switch to the shotgun... No. Regular pistol. See, his sword throws off the auto-aim. Oh my gosh. Who needs ammo for the pistol anyway? We got shotguns. Is this just an empty room? Oh, I guess it's not empty. It has 2 life force gems. Now it's empty. Hello. Oh, and if I was Joseph, I'd probably be able to hide there. Actually, you know, you guys are just charging ahead? Yeah. I was narrowly dodging those life force gems. Alright. I'm probably gonna have to find something to turn that on. It would be nice if I could get some health, though. This is problematic. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, this is even more problematic. Because it's going to, like, if I die, I'll probably respawn with 10 health. Which is not very conducive to success. Why did I climb up here? Oh my gosh. Okay, at the very... Why does the level spawn you facing the wrong direction? Okay. Once again, I mentioned the mystery that is ladders. Like, I suppose it was nice at one point they gave us the ability to just kind of like push a button to grab onto a ladder rather than look at a ladder and hope for success. Yeah. But at least I have some health again, which is nice. And we know what the cerebral burst does, which is just a timed detonation. It's like the cerebral bore, except it also very slowly targets the enemy, and then it very slowly causes them to blow up. Emphasis on the slowly. Oh, whew. It is very fortunate that I grabbed the ladder while falling, because then I would have to do those sections again. crystal processing, where we process the crystals. This is a very important juncture. Okay. Where are you going, sir? I'm here. Your AI is baffling. And also, whatever damage this gun is doing to you is also baffling. Let's switch to the ARP. Actually, no, let's switch to the tech bow. Still not that much. I'm just going to run. And maybe I'll pick stuff up in the process? You know, maybe I should use the cerebral bore while I'm running away from these guys. Did that grab onto one of you? Yes. Oh, but I can't shoot another cerebral bore shot while the first one is active. I don't remember that being a thing in the previous game. The staging area. The previous place had the crystal processing, but this is where we stage the things. Okay, do you just throw infinite grenades back to back? I should probably switch to the grenades if you're going to do that. And back to the central nexus. Oh, we're on the other side of that bridge. Which I can turn on now, but do I have a reason to? Was there nowhere for me to go in the staging area? Okay, I know where that is. Undershaft Down is the title of my new Steven Seagal movie. Oh my. Thank you. I'm glad all of you decided to gather together one last time to be blown up. Undershaft halls. Okay, that looks like it goes to a dark place, which would be where Joseph lingers in the darkness. Danielle doesn't even have a flashlight. Oh, who shot at me? It was you. I know, because you're shooting at me actively right now. Nope. Sometimes I look at my weapons and I'm like, what options do I have? Which ones suck the least? Ah, hello. I've picked up 10 rounds of shotgun shells. sir, you can just call them shotgun shells. Also, the music seems like they just picked a random track from their soundtrack. It does not seem to fit. This is the kind of music that plays during, like, when you're going through, like, a lair of spiders, that kind of thing. Or Into the Unknown, should I say, is probably the better choice. Not the finale, where you're about to encounter Oblivion. Oh, and then do I click another switch? Serpentine. And, oh. You can't run away from me that easily, boyo. And a light bridge. Fantastic. In the grasp of Oblivion. Oh, it's the child, I think. I see items surrounding him. See, this is climactic music. I feel like it's important for me to recognize it, considering my criticism of the previous section's music. Like, this is something that ramps it up.
There now, you're safe.
Danielle, stop!
Adon, what's the matter?
We misinterpreted the signs. The child is not our salvation. He...
What's the matter?
Danny!
Get back!
Haven't you come to save us?
Joseph, do you have a shot?
No!
Now!
What is Aiden shooting? What are her
Is it dead?
giant
Danielle,
wrist
get away
gun
from
things? Is
Daddy,
she
get
secretly
back!
Mega Man
It's
of this
too
universe?
late. Rebels come here to die.
Also, what in the Evil Dead is going on here? Oh no, it's Oblivion, and you have 2 health bars. And those shots are not damaging you. I probably should have jumped. Okay, are you exposed at like a certain point of time? Okay, there we go. I need to shoot at you while your mouth is open? One of your mouths. Your chest mouth. Like that's a solid enemy design. Do I have to wait until your chest mouth opens? Don't know what caused you to you to take damage, get knocked down the first time. Do I just shoot at you a bunch? Or maybe the rocket launcher is terrible against you. No, I shoot at the orb. Alright, 1 health bar done. 2 more health bars to go. Alright, let's switch to the shotgun. Let's use the... This is a little... Actually, let's wait until he slams the ground, now that I think about it. There we go. That's the way to do it. Excellent. Unfortunately, now I'm very low on ammo with the chain gun. But let's see how well... Oh, but fortunately, though, his aim is terrible. And the item respawn isn't that slow. I just have to do a better job walking into said item. Is this even usable against you? Okay, let's wait for one more. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a satisfying amount of bullets left to finish this fight. But let's use the tech. That was actually way easier than I was expecting. And we did it! I guess this turned out to be a short video for both of us. Ooh, ooh. He's getting away. Or this isn't going to be a short video. Chase down and destroy the essence of Oblivion. We can do that. This is a really fast respawn rate on this item. Most other games, like you'd be like going through like a whole round of the boss's health before these items regenerated. And here I am fully restocked. Like practically a minute after the boss fight is over. Heck, I was restocking myself as the fight was going on. Hello. Oh no, the individual wizards of Oblivion are taking their turns coming towards me. Might as well. Just individually, one at a time, trying to take me out. Let's go left. Left seems positive. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go both left and right, which is a lengthy walk. Because the run button still had yet to be invented. I'm pretty sure the run button had been invented. What is the first game that has a regular... wait, Mario. Super Mario Brothers had a run button. I'm just trying to think, like, what is the first game that has a run button for your character? But like Doom has sprinting, Super Mario Brothers has like the ability to walk and then choose to run. I don't know why you'd be walking anywhere though. So I guess, was there something before Super Mario Brothers where you were able to run for the first time? At what point did we forget about running in video games? And did Call of Duty reintroduce running to everybody, or was it Gears of War? Like, did that reintroduce the mainstream video game development to running? Because I feel like a lot of these games just kind of picked a singular speed. Like, there's no running in GoldenEye, there's no running in Turok. There's just one speed, and that's it.
Joshua?
Hi, Danny.
Josh, how? The house, the explosion, the...
I'm all right. Everything's going to be fine now.
I saw you shot. I saw you fall.
None of that matters now.
Actually, it does.
Again, where are the bullets coming out of your giant
That's not Josh.
Joshua?
bracers?
You kill your brother. Darkness upon you, little Turok.
The suns and stone will fall this day.
Also, again, what in the... What in the Evil Dead is going on here? So it's not infinite health, but it's close enough. Beat the game. That's the end of the game.
The energy held within these satchels, the energy of creation.
The woman bore the burden.
Now we're gonna finish it.
You took our brother.
Now you go to hell.
Question: at what point in the game did we get the satchels?
I was wrong about my visions, Danny.
I know. The child, it was a trap.
No, Danny. There is another child. Your child. The child is yours, Danny. Protect it.
It happened just before Brian died. He never knew we were going to have a baby.
He will be special, Danny. Protect him.
No, Josh, please don't go.
Hold on. Is that how this game ends? Is this it? Is that the end of the original Turok universe? Okay, let's take a look and see if there's other endings.
Your decision is made, Speaker. Your place is here.
I can save him.
And serve what purpose? His death was ordained, as is your duty to this council.
I have served the council since the time of my mother's death. In all that time, I have never questioned its wisdom or its motives.
Mind your tongue. You are the Speaker of Forever Light. It is your place to serve this council, nothing more. We will hear no more of this.
Please, I have to try. For Joshua.
Be warned, Speaker. The course you choose now may well determine the future of your family's standing with this council. It is the will of the Council of Voices that you remain here and fulfill the duties that you are bound to by birth.
Is this to be my thanks for a lifetime of servitude? Is this to be my legacy to my mother? I can save him! If the council will not grant me this reprieve, then I have no choice but to defy its wishes.
Ivry?
Yes, Council.
She grows more insolent by the day.
She loves him.
No matter. She's a danger to us all. Prepare yourself.
Of course, Council.
Okay, so that is the cliffhanger that Turok. Was there ever a continuation to that in any sort of format, like comics or whatnot? Or was that really the end of that story? Because I want to say, like, the next Turok game is Turok Evolution. And it's, according to online experts, Wikipedia, it says it is a prequel explaining the history of the Lost Lands. And somebody becoming Turok for the first time. The origins of the Turok lineage. Yeah. So we became the new Turok. We stopped Oblivion, but the Council of Voices is up to shit. And they might be stirring things up with a new voice. Alright. So, cliffhanger, unresolved cliffhangers regardless. That was Turok 3, Shadow of Oblivion. It was alright. I don't think it wasn't particularly great. I don't think it was necessarily even... Yeah, it's probably the worst of the three Turok games. Still better than the Turok reboot in 2008, but really, most games are better than the Turok reboot in 2008. That game was absolutely mediocre, and design-wise, terrible. With its... Like, it had, like, the 2008 version had this emphasis on, like, the knife and the bow. And, like, just the combat design falls apart because of that emphasis, combined with quick time events. But that's neither here nor there. Over here, we have... It's a solid game. It's not particularly great. It's very linear, very small corridors, few enemies. Not quite as interesting mechanically as Turok 1, story and design-wise as Turok 2. It tries to have a lot of different weapons, which it's one of those things where, like, if you go back in time and watch older movies, even campy, cheesy movies, like, I feel that if you watched Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumania, And then immediately after you watched Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania, you watched Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the sequel to the 90s Mortal Kombat movie, you'd be like, wow, Mortal Kombat Annihilation isn't a bad movie. They filmed it on location with film. There's action scenes, terrible ones, but, you know, like, it's not Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania. Like, that's the kind of thing that you get out of playing games like Turok 3, where, like, you go back and you're like, oh, I've got, like, tons of weapons. We've kind of progressed a little bit past the era of games that are like, no, you must only have 2 weapons, nothing more, nothing less. With, like, Max Payne 3 being the pinnacle of that era. And I feel like we've kind of moved a little bit past that, especially with the success of Doom Eternal, and Doom the Dark Ages, where you can actually have multiple guns, and the game's going to be like, yeah, you can use them at all. You just switch back and forth. You don't need to be limited to 2 or 3 or, God forbid, 4 guns. You can have 12 guns in your inventory and alternate versions of said guns. Like, the guns this time around, not particularly that exciting. They have, like, some more, like, there was the vampire gun, there's the cerebral bore and cerebral burst, but they're not particularly useful. Like, the throwing blade, like the Predator, is neat to look at, but again, it's not particularly useful in the function of this game. And a lot of this game kind of suffers from the constant crunch that it seems that the studio is under. Which is too bad, because, like, a lot of the enemy designs are, especially boss designs, the boss designs aren't bad. They're actually, there's some pretty good boss design work in this game. Like, even the basic SWAT car transformed by Cthulhu's tentacles is a solid boss design. And the story isn't awful. I've played games with worse. I've played games with better, but you know, it's got something going on, and they could have built off of that. But unfortunately, this is where this story ends. The Sons of... did they call them the Sons of Stone? The Children of Stone? Have no more continued stories in this variation of Turok. For now, though, got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.